Hi, I'm Sardonic, and this week I failed to do basic math. You guys like nuts? Me, I love a good nut. You go down the nut aisle in the store and you see these planters, mixed nuts. And it always says on the front, I've noticed this ever since I was a kid, ever since I was a youngin', I've noticed this. It said less than 50% peanuts. You probably can't see it because the camera's 6 feet away from me, but I'll take a picture of it and throw it up on screen if I remember. It says less than 50% peanuts, but I couldn't find a straight answer as to whether that's true or not. So, I'm gonna find out the scientific way. And for the sake of science, I use that term very loosely. For the sake of science, I got not one can, I got 2 cans. Just in case one of them's a fluke, production error, they got 51% peanuts in it, you know? So I got 2, just in case, you know? Let me address the elephant in the room. Why did I just completely disappear off the internet for like a month? Over a month. That's just how it be sometimes, you know? But in all seriousness, I was working on a separate project that I wasn't filming, that I do want to work into my content eventually. Probably sooner rather than later. So if it'll be a bit different than what I do now, whatever it is I do now. But hopefully it'll go well. I just want to try to make it entertaining for everyone, and I'm still figuring that out. To aid me in this scientific endeavor, I bought this scale. So I'm gonna weigh the amount of peanuts, and then I'm gonna see if it's more or less than 50% of the total volume of the can. Am I going through all this effort to maybe find 51% peanuts in here and send the video to Planters to see if I can maybe get a free can of peanuts? Yeah, I am gonna do that. We're gonna do this is an impromptu Jesus Christ. This is an impromptu unboxing of this digital scale. This will probably end up in the kitchen at some point. I've never done a recipe by weight, ever. But, whatever. I can now. How is there an instruction manual on how to use the scale? You turn it on, you put stuff on it, and it tells you how much it weighs. What could this possibly say? Features, you can indicate the volume of water and milk. That's so specific. That was fucking riveting. Of course, you need to remove the fucking piece of shit fucking battery tab. How? Come on. Jesus. I didn't know that would be the greatest hurdle in the video. Good Lord. So each one of these cans is 15 ounces or 425 grams. What we're looking for is less than 7.5 ounces of peanuts in each one of these. Now we embark on an endeavor to find out whether Planters mixed nuts are really less than 50% peanuts, and if so, what percent of peanuts are there in these mixed nuts? If you want the answer to the question without me rambling and doing a whole show, just skip to this timestamp. I'll put it here. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it there in an annotation, so you can just click it, but it's definitely going to be there in text. So just you know how to skip forward in the... Okay, this is our first can, baby. Let's pop her open. Come on. Fresh cracked can of nuts. So I'm gonna just start pouring shit into solo cups and see how far that gets me. Because I need these to be easy to sort. I didn't want to do it this way, but I suppose this way is going to be the easiest. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out a roll of paper towel, like a nice barrier from because I am going to eat these. I didn't buy them just to do this. I'm going to eat them. I'm going to do a nice barrier roll of paper towel and just kind of just dump them out so I can sort through them by hand. The way I was going to do this originally was way worse. My original plan was to count all the nuts and do it that way, but that was like, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So I decided not to do that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. 1 peanut in. 2 peanuts in. This is gonna be quite a fucking task. My favorite part of these cans of peanuts was always the pecans or the pecans or whatever you want to call them. And there was always the least of them in there. And like there's like 10 in this entire can. That's kind of bullshit, honestly, because those were my favorite parts. You could just be saying like, why don't you just get a bag of pecans instead? And shut up. You know, I was thinking, right? The cans I got in particular were lightly salted because that's what the store had. Do you get more nuts due to the absence of salt? Because there's 45 milligrams of sodium in here. Do you get less? If you go full salt, do you get less nut? Or is it the same? I mean, it'd be marginal. It'd be like the weight of 1 peanut, but like, you know, it's just things you think about when you're sitting here separating mixed nuts into a cup, you know. Thought I'd move the camera so I can give you a more accurate picture of what I'm working with here. This is what I have separated out so far. I have quite a considerable amount more. Look at that. Look at that burnt nut, dude. The peanut's burnt as hell. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? I was just checking the time on the camera. I just couldn't see it because it's white against a white background. But how's your day going? I feel like there's a more comfortable way I could be doing this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, come here. That's much better. I'm glad I chose to do this with the little cans. They had like this big bucket that I could have gotten. But I decided, no, that's way too much. And man, was I right. This is taking forever. Okay, I have to do one good once over. Because I think we're pretty much out of peanuts here. Okay, I think that's about as good as this is going to get. There's not a lot left here. I want to see how much an empty cup weighs. Because it's going to be negligible, but, you know, enough. So the empty cup is 0.04 ounces. So let's just subtract that from the total mass. 7.7 ounces minus the 0.4 of the cup. Oh, yeah, 7.7 minus the 0.4. 7.3. That's less than 50% peanuts. The first can, I had to kick out my cat because he kept jumping on the table and messing with the nuts. So I really hope I don't have to do that this time because he was real upset about it. He was yelling about it in the other room. So I'm going to just leave him out here for a while. Keep him entertained. There we go. Second can going in, baby. And this run just serves as a sanity check to make sure there were no flukes with the first run. So this run's going to be kind of quick and dirty. I'm not going to really scrub through it with a fine-toothed comb like I did the first can because I already kind of haven't answered my question. Very interested in what I'm doing. Here, do you want a peanut? Not a peanut. What's this one? The hazelnut? You want one of these? I guess not. You know, I'm only doing this because I couldn't find an answer that I could Google easily enough. So, like, I really hope that this video ends up at, like, the top of the Google search when you search for, are Planters mixed nuts really less than 50% peanuts? Because if not, I'm going to be real upset. I don't know, this seems like there's more peanuts in this one. So we might have a winner here, boys. Okay, I think that's the last of the peanuts. But, like, I don't know, this seems more full than the last one was. No, there's less in here. The total weight of this is 7.4 ounces. So there's only 7 ounces in here, as opposed to 7.3. So can number 1 had this percentage of peanuts. Can number 2 had this percentage of peanuts. So I suppose that answers the question now. Okay, bye.